Dave Roberts, how about that for a ninth inning? How did that decision all come to be?
You know what? That was a crazy game. Come the eighth inning, Clayton came to me and said he feels great. If Kenley's going to be stressed, which he was, and we pushed him more than he's ever been pushed, he can get the last couple outs for us. And so at that point in time, talking to him, looking him in the eye, I felt good about it, and the training staff gave the okay. And so it's only fitting for Clayton to get the last out right there.
Dave, Clayton told us after Game 4 that he was exhausted, physically and mentally. So how surprised were you when he approached you tonight?
I was surprised, you know, and I even said affirmatively that he wasn't going to be involved in tonight's game, but it just shows the character of him, the unselfishness, and the will to win. And you saw that from Joe Bland, you saw from Rich Hill taking the ball on short rest, and Kenley obviously going 50 pitches, and Kirsch, and all the guys, you know, Chooch coming in. I mean, you can go on, and all year long, that's been the narrative of our club, is everyone picks each other up.
Dave, you mentioned Kenley Jansen, and obviously you bring him in the seventh, you're doing the math, trying to figure out, okay, how many innings can he get me through, how many outs? How nervous were you going to Kenley in the seventh?
You know what, it's something that I just felt, where they were at in the lineup, I wanted to go with our best arm out of the pen, and I trust Kenley, I believe in him, and I told him to give us everything he had tonight, and that's what he did.
You guys were 9 outs away from the end of your season when all of a sudden the seventh inning rally started. What did you see change in your team's at-bats right then?
You know what, we just kept grinding, and you know, obviously Scherzer, you tip your hat to him, he's a great pitcher, but that at-bat Jock had stayed on the fastball and hit a homer, and it just kind of, we fed off that, and there was some execution in there, some big hits, and obviously Chooch coming up big right there, so I just can't say enough about these guys.
Julio Urias, are we sure that he...
And Julio, yeah.
Are we sure he's 20 years old?
I mean, this kid is 20 years old. I checked the birth certificate, but for him to pitch and hadn't pitched in 2 weeks to come up and give us huge outs, you know, at Julio, and that's one thing that I told you before, is this kid doesn't scare off.
A couple last ones for you. Justin Turner. The country is really getting a chance to see what a phenomenal player he is.
No, really, he's a baseball player, and this guy's a grinder, and, you know, you talk about the glue for any ball club, and JT's been the glue for our ball club all year long.
Last one for you. A lot of people around the country will say the Dodgers might be an underdog against the Cubs. What do you say?
Oh, I mean, it's okay. I think that with what we've been going through all year, we've been an underdog all year, so we've been counted out by people, but that's okay. We're going to go out there and try to win baseball games.
Dave, congratulations. It was a joy to watch the series.
All right, JP.